So thank you to Ryder Games for sponsoring this stream. If you are watching it on YouTube when it's not live, know that this was a live stream when it aired, so I will occasionally do some interacting with the chat, which you'll be able to see on screen, so you're not totally lost with what they're saying. But we're going to try and focus as much as we can on the gameplay and focusing on how to do it. I haven't even set up the game. We're gonna set it up together here on camera, so you even get to see like how setup works, okay? So I guess the last thing I'll say is, if you don't know me, my name is Paula Deming. Thank you for being here. If you enjoy Final Girl content and other like top 10 videos about board games, sketch comedy videos about board games, and other kind of entertainment focused things when it comes to your tabletop gaming, then you could subscribe to the channel. And if not, then just watch this, and that's okay too. Shellsbert skipped this as her first game and went straight to the Merrick murders. That's pretty intense. That's pretty intense. Ginny T over on Twitch says, I am watching live and will probably watch later too. Hi to later me. Hi later, Ginny. Hi, Komorowski. Hi, Birds on Board. Do you like how I said I just was like, I'm going to talk to chat less in this one, and then I just started saying hi to everybody. Okay. Let's mute our alerts. So here we are, Camp Happy Trails and Hans the Butcher in, where is it? The Happy Trails Horror. Upside down. Okay, so the way these work, and I have, this is a season 1 box, so these boxes have improved actually since this time. You do not need this fancy mat, and in fact my fancy mat has a typo on it. This here is left over from when it was a hostage negotiator map. You can see the symbols on it are from hostage negotiator, but that's okay. One day I'll get a new and improved playmat, and you don't need it, and I use portions of it, but I don't actually use all of it. But it is nice, but you don't need to have it. So hi Missy, I hope I get to see you at Gen Con. But what you're going to do is first you're going to pull your board off. One of the boards is going to be for your killer, and the other board is going to be for your location. The first one we've pulled off is our killer, so this is Hans, and don't worry, you can fully like bend back this. It's not gonna rip, it's not gonna tear, so that it will lay flat. You can see I've done this a bunch of times, and mine's very loose. Thank you for subscribing, some Herger. Did y'all hear that come through my microphone? There. That should fix that. Okay. Ooh, the Series 2 fancy mat, Jenny is saying in chat. The Series 2 mat is better, but not necessary. Maybe I can get my hands on an updated mat. I want card sleeves, and I want an updated mat. I also hope I have good luck with the dice rolls. Okay. So here's our killer board, and you can put it like wherever, right? But the playmat helps us just line things up. So just put out your killer board. Here on the board, you're going to see, it tells you the health of the killer. It tells you the starting horror level. It shows you where you're going to put your finale and dark power cards. More on that in a moment. And then this is their bloodlust track. So as they kill, as anyone dies, even if they are not directly killed by your killer, their bloodlust is going to go up, and it's going to trigger different things. It's going to make them move faster. This little boot is their movement value, and it's going to make them do more damage when they attack. That's what this symbol is. And whenever you cross something in this far left column, it does that. So as we hit these little symbols, that means the horror level is going to go up. When we hit here, that means we're going to reveal their dark power. They get even harder to fight. When we get up to the top, you just keep circling back around and this top little thing happens. And in this case, Hans recovers health and you discard terror cards. More on all of that in a moment. Okay. So that is that. Then we want our location board. So that's just on the other side of the box. You can mix and match these so your location and your killers don't have to go together. Obviously, thematically, these go together. They were designed together, but you can mix and match any of them. So Camp Happy Trails can be used against any other killer. Hans can be set in any other location. Okay, so then you have your location board, which will go right next to your killer board here. It looks like a cat bit my location board here. Yeah, that tracks. So here in our location board, you can see you have up here a spot. They line up really nicely on my map for your item decks. Those are going to correlate with different parts of your board that have the little wrench symbol where you can search for items. Here at Camp Happy Trails, we have cabins, a utility shed, and a dock. You can see every other little space is a space we can move to, and they're just little outlined. And some of them have names. We have Makeout Point, Lake, Fire Pit, and some of those might be referenced by cards we're going to draw. The green spaces with the little door symbols are exits. That's where you want to try and take victims to save them. As soon as you have a victim in an exit space, they will automatically run away. You've saved them and you get a little bonus for doing that. So here at Camp Happy Trails, we have an exit here, and an exit here. Okay, let's continue with more of our setup. Let's continue setting up here with our location. So in this little tray, we have some tokens. These might come in handy at some point. The back of them, you know which feature film they belong to because they have the little camp symbol on the back. So these will come up potentially depending on cards we draw in the game. So we're just going to set them off to the side. We aren't going to worry about them until they come up. We have terror cards. You have some that are specific to your location and some specific to your killer. These are location terror cards. Terror cards. I feel like I'm saying tarot cards. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Everything's falling apart. It's fine. We have item cards, event cards, and setup cards. We're just going to shuffle all of these. We're only going to need one setup card for the game. Our event cards, we're going to need potentially, who knows how many of them we're going to need. It varies from game to game. We're just going to shuffle them all. And then I'm going to set them off to the side here. Event deck. Item cards. These are different items we might find at any of these searchable locations, right? So the way you're going to do that, not every item is going to be in the game. We're going to give these a good shuffle. Yeah, Shock Ferret in chat saying, terror cards, not tarot cards. Sweet Threat, I saw your message earlier, and yeah, that was pretty wild episode. I really want to sleeve everything in this, Freak Boy. Ooh, which, you got all of season 4 birds on board? Sorry, I'm way behind in seeing that message, but okay. So, to set up your item decks, there are going to be 4 cards in each deck. So you're going to have 12 items in the game. So the way you're going to do it, you're going to 1, 2, 3. So that's 1 for each, 2, 3. And then the top item is flipped face up. And the rest of the items you don't use are set off to the side. Sometimes there are things in the game that can make you go back through items that were not included in your setup. So you want to keep them nearby, but you probably won't interact with them. So we have here pepper spray. You can see based on the little hand symbol there, it might be a little hard to see because it's a little dark, but that means it will take up one hand item, right? So I have 2 hands, I can hold 2 hands worth of items. If the killer is in your space, you may discard this to immediately end the killer phase. Ignore their remaining movement, attacks, and any of the other effects. That's pretty awesome. Bear trap. This is over at the dock. You spend 2 time to place the bear trap token in your space. That's this token. Again, really hard to see on camera, but you can see it in real life. If the killer enters the space with the bear trap, discard the token and immediately in the killer phase, the killer receives 2 damage. I pulled some really good items. And then we have a revolver. It takes up 1 hand. It has a range of 1 and it does 1 additional damage to whatever attack card we're playing. The old revolver may only modify the weak attack action card. So not whatever attack card we're playing, just our weak action, our weak attack. Okay, so that is that. Toxic XY Gamer, I saw the thumbnail. I haven't watched the video yet. I thought his first version that he did a while ago, though, was very funny. Okay, let's do our killer setup. So we have here our dark power cards and our finale cards. There are, have them all, multiples of each, so the game can be different every time. If you look, you also have an extra strong one. I almost never play with the extra strong one because I lose a lot. But you know what, today, let's leave it in. Let's leave it in. And then what do we have for, so we have these 3 finale cards we could choose from. So we're just going to shuffle these up. We're going to pick one randomly, that one, and then it lines up right here on the board. See how the art matches? Right there. And this tells us that on the killer phase, Hans is going to target a final girl or a victim and do an attack. All right, here are dark power cards. Capping the token, Shellsbert, sounds like a lot of work. A lot of work. Yes, Rollo says, yay, Hans, the classic. Exactly. Exactly what we're focused on today. So here's the dark power card. We're not going to look at it yet, but it lines up. You can see it lines up there. So there we go. That flips over and becomes active once we get to this point in our Bloodlust track. Okay, the last thing to do with our cards here, let me set this off to the side, is to set up our terror deck. So you can see the killer has a lot more terror cards unique to him than our location. There are fewer. What you're going to do is take both decks and you're just going to shuffle them together. Yes, hi, Paul Stock over on YouTube says, hi, Paula, going old school today with Hans. Yes, we are doing a little video here. You'll see that I'm going to interact with chat just a little bit less than normal because I'm hoping that new players might find this and go, how do I play? How do I play this game? How does it work? And I'm trying to go through with our old school base game set of rules to help them. So that's why we're doing the Happy Trail Horror today. You'll also see, so each, the location and the killer comes with a little booklet for their rules. Tells you what their, gives you a little bit of lore, what the components for them are, and if there are any special rules for them, they'll be on the back here. Or sometimes in like a whole little multi-page booklet. These have no special setup rules. They just use the base rules, but other feature films the new rules that apply to that feature film that kind of change up the game will be in the little booklet in the box. Okay, shuffling together all the tarot cards. And then we're going to draw 10 to make our tarot deck. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Set the rest of them aside. They will not be in the game. Let's come over here to form our tarot deck. Okay, let's set up for our final girl. So we have action cards. These don't get shuffled. They all go together. So we have our 0 cost cards. These are free to have in your hand. And they go, you just make a little tableau. So I put them down here. And then I'm going to put my close call, my sprint, my search, my guard, my distraction, my improvise, my retaliate. These are just planning, fury strike, long rest, and critical blow. Okay. I have them in order of cost. So we're going to have a certain amount of time every turn that we're spending. And whatever's left at the end of our turn, we can use to spend to buy new cards to add to our hand for the next turn. So if I have 2 time left at the end of my turn, I could afford to buy a sprint. It costs 2 time, or a search, which costs 2 time, or a guard. The cost is in the lower right corner here. These are always free. You see they have 0. The close calls are cost 1. So we have our little action card tableau set up. We need our dice. I'm playing with the standard dice today. You can also get tier dice that give you little boosts whenever you fail a roll, which I do a lot, but we're not going to play with that today. We're just playing with the most basic stuff. My little final girl, Meeple. So we're just going to set her here for now. Killer Meeple. And then we'll use this other, sorry, you can't even see. There they are. We're going to use this other killer meeple to mark our horror level. Now remember, Hans started at a horror level of 4, so that's going to go right here. That means we're going to roll 2 dice every time we need to make a check. If we can get into this green area with the horror level, we'll roll 3 dice. If we end up in the red area, we roll 1 die. That's bad. We don't want that. Abtruby, I'm going to try to not die. I'm going to try. Okay, now let's mark our health. Ooh, first we have to pick our final girl. Now, you can use any final girl from the game in any feature film, but we're going to do today one of the ones that comes with this feature film. So we have Reiko and we have Lori. You can see whenever you save a victim, they'll go on one of these little meeple spaces and you get the bonus from that space. And then if you ever fill up all their victim spots, you unlock their ultimate ability. Reiko, once per action phase, if an enemy is within 2 spaces, you may move to that enemy space for free. She's aggressive. Lori, whenever you are in the same space as an enemy and inflict damage, do an additional damage. I'm going to let the live chat decide. You guys want me to play with Reiko or Lori? And see, that's exactly, that is a goal I have. I would love to do that. Who's saying, maybe you should do a short video of all the different rules there are in all feature films. They're a bit confusing sometimes. I definitely would like to do that. Whoa, chat is definitely saying I should play with Reiko. Okay, I was leaning toward Lori because she does the extra damage, but 4 people immediately in my live chat. All right then. All right then. We're going to play with Reiko. She has 6 health. So we're going to put 5 heart tokens here. Scottishisms wants to know, when does season 4 get full release? Are you going to do a live stream? Are you going to live stream playthrough? I've already done a couple playthroughs from season 4, if you want to look on the channel. But I haven't done all of them. Last live stream we did was the Green Terror. And we've also done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Shriek, and we've done, what else is part of season 4? What I don't have is the dinosaur one, and I don't have the nun one yet. But I we'll hopefully have at least one of those at the end of the month for a next stream. I don't know exactly when they all come out. But if you click on the link in chat, there it is. You can probably get information there. Oh, there was a question in chat about capping your tokens. You put little plastic cases around all your tokens to protect them. It's like sleeving a card, but it's for a little cardboard token. Okay, so why, if she has 6 health, do we only have 5 tokens? Because we're going to have an extra little token here. Oh, and I left my nice acrylic ones in a different box. So we aren't going to play with the nice acrylic ones, just the cardboard ones that come with it. So you can see, whenever you're down to 1 health, you get to roll an extra die. That's what this symbol means. And also, on the back of these, those are blank, but some of them have extra health. And what this does is simulate, that's fine, simulate in a horror movie when, oh, there it is. Simulate in a horror movie when the final girl or the killer goes down, but turns out they still have some life left. Yeah, this is an important one to pick up because it's the one with 3 hearts on it. But you don't know. You don't know until you have lost all your health if you or the killer have anything left. So we're going to mix these up. And assign one to me and assign one to Hans. Okay, I'm gonna do this one for me. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 health. We'll do this one for Hans. And then he gets 11 more hearts. Shriek is really fun, Shellsbird. So 1, so this counts as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's not even room for all of his health. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's a lot of health we gotta do. A lot of damage. Okay. Let's mark our bloodlust with our little bloodlust marker here. And our time with our little marker there. I do have my little special token for those. So I'm going to use those because they look nice. What else? Okay, the last thing we need to do is populate our location, flip an event card, and we're ready to start playing. So let's do it. Yeah, he's the intro to Final Girl, and he has crazy health. They're not messing around. They're like, look, you should know from the beginning that this is not an easy game. Okay. So the way we do our setup is we're going to flip over a setup card. And this is called the bonfire. So this is our little scenario. The K is where the killer starts. So the killer starts up in this corner. So we're going to put his red meeple right there. The final girl is this girl symbol. And that's where our pink final girl is going to go. She's in this corner. And then we put, wow, everyone's gathered around. They're all at the fire pit. So you can see there in that space, put 6 meeples. And that happens to be the fire pit, which is why they've called this setup the bonfire. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we have 1 here, and then 2, of course, at make out point. Gotta have 2 people making out at make out point. And that's it. That's all the victims that start on the board. All right. We're ready to go, except we need to flip an event card. We always start the game with an event. I often forget to do this. If you ever, so what these little spaces are on the mat, and then also the game itself comes with a little cardboard, like bits of this. If you ever like, I don't have enough room in a space for all the victims, you could put them here and then mark the space with the matching symbol. I don't ever do that, but that's what that's there for. Okay, so let's flip this event and see how the game is starting. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. All right, let's look at this card together. Oh, we get to use these tokens. So these are the tokens. Will it autofocus? Come on. No, that's okay. We'll just leave it there. It's fine. Choose 2 of the following spaces: utility shed, cabins, or docks, and place a secret tunnel token on each. You may move between these spaces as if they were adjacent. Enemies cannot use the secret tunnel. That's awesome. Orion 300 says, why does the picture of the camp immediately remind me of a Jason film? Because it's supposed to. It is absolutely a play on Friday the 13th. Yes, Rolo says I'm terrible at forgetting the starter event. I have a post-it on my mats to remind me. Yeah, it is. I always forget it. Oh, Phantomilars on Twitch says, greetings from Germany. Perfect timing. I just started Final Girl because of your videos. Thank you. And fought Hans twice today. Did you win? Okay. So which one? So we can choose between utility shed, cabins, or docks. What's nice is that's all of our searchable locations. Utility shed, cabins, or docks. I wonder if it would be useful. I definitely want to put something in the dock, I think. So would we rather be able to go from the dock to the cabins or the utility shed? Oh, Reiko won. That's who I'm playing with. Phantomilars. I think it makes more sense to be able to go from cabins to dock because they're further away than from utility shed. Let's do cabins and dock. There's now a secret tunnel. We're going to leave that here so that we can reference it if we need it. Okay. So now we can treat these 2 spaces as if they are adjacent, but the killer cannot do that. Oh, we need to put these away. These leftover health tokens, don't look at them because then you'll find out if you see that one of them has health on it, you know that's not one that you picked for yourself. And then that ruins the surprise. I'm not going to go over all the rules very specifically. We're just going to talk about them while we play, just so everyone knows. Okay. All right. So here's how we start. We pick up all of our free cost cards, the 0 cost cards. This is your starting hand. This is how we do things. So on our turn, we play cards to take actions. We roll dice to see how successful those actions are. And then the killer does their thing. And then we draw a terror card and we keep going until we're dead, they're dead. Those are the options. So rescuing victims is a good thing to do, and getting items is a good thing to do. So I think the first thing, would we rather I feel like we should come this way toward all these victims to try and save them, and maybe stop off at the dock on the way to try and search it. Because getting the bear trap could be pretty cool. So I think that means that we're going to play a... We should definitely try and play a walk card. I think first, though, I'm going to try and play a focus card. Because the focus card, if it's successful, will let us lower the horror. And the more dice we can roll, the better. So let's first try and play a focus card. Aha, there's my little dice close-up. Hopefully I can remember to do that. So we're going to roll 2 dice. And if we can get 1 star success, we will lower the horror by 1, but we will spend time doing it. If we can get 2 successes, 2 stars, we'll lower the horror by 1, but it will gain 2 time. Okay. Oh, I need to, sorry, let me just adjust where this is in my thing so that we can still see it. Great. Okay, so that's no stars. That's no successes. Which means if you get no successes, you just lose 2 time. It's just bad. Now, the little card symbols on these dice means you can discard 2 cards from your hand to turn 1 into a success. It's a rough start, everyone. It's a pretty rough start. Yes, the Final Girl and Killer Meeples are hard to tell apart. I don't disagree with you, Zumherger. The colors are very similar to each other on camera. This is the pink. This is the red. They're very similar. So let's start with, we're not going to attack anything yet. I'm going to discard a short rest, which would let us heal, and a weak attack, which would let us attack. 2 cards I'm not planning to use soon. I'm going to discard both of them. It's rough because now they're not in my hand. I have fewer things I can do, and that will convert one of these into a success. Now, with 1 success, I can lower the horror by 1, and I lose a time. Okay. So that's that action. Doesn't leave us with a lot, but let's still try to walk and see if we can get closer to our victims, closer to the dock where we can search for something. So I'm going to play this walk card and hope to roll a success because I don't want to discard all my cards to convert. Okay. So again, I'm still rolling 2 dice. It's not a good start. Here's what you can do. If you have no successes, you can still move up to 1 space. You're going to hurt yourself in the process and take damage, and it's going to cost you time. I don't want to lose the cards from my hand to convert. So I'm going to take the no successes. I'm going to move 1 space. It's not great. I'm going to move 1 space. And then I'm going to take a damage. Excuse me. And then I am going to lose 2 time. 1, 2. And that's going to be the end of my turn. That's all I'm going to do on my turn. Let me see. Do I have... I don't think I have anything on me at the moment to be able to replace the meeples with to make them easier to tell apart, Zumherger. Sorry about that, everyone. There are like little minis and stuff. I just don't have them right in front of me. So we'll just try to remember. I'll try to continue to point out who is who. Or maybe how about Final Girl will be stood up, Killer will be flat. Maybe that will help. Okay. I do have a bunch of the minis, not all of them, Rolo. I do have a bunch of the minis. I actually think they're a little bit harder to see on camera, so a lot of times I don't use them because I don't have them painted, but that's what we'll do. So here and there. Okay. Yes, a lot of pollen in this camp. So it is now time for me to add cards to my hand from the tableau. I have 3 time to spend. I want to try and search the dock next turn, so I'm going to spend 2 of that time to buy this search card. I have 1 left over, so I guess I'm just going to get this close call. The close call lets you play after any horror roll to reroll any 1 die or reroll all dice for 2 time. So I'm going to have 4 cards in my hand for next turn. I'm going to reset my time. I'm going to put all my previously played cards back into the tableau. It's important you do this last because you don't get immediate access to them. And now it's the killer phase. So the killer will now do their action. Target and attack. There's no one in the space with the killer, so there's no one for them to attack. They have no movement based in this base killer action, but they might based on the terror card that we pull. So Hans will do nothing for now. But we're going to pull a terror card and see what happens. Oh, it just came out of nowhere. Okay, so it's really, we're off to a rough start. I thought, you know what? We're going to win today. We've been playing such much more complicated feature films lately, and I've been doing okay. But guess what? I think Hans is going to kill us. Place Hans with the furthest target possible. Well, I think that's us. Now, typically, the killer will target victims before they target the final girl. However, this says place Hans with the furthest target possible. And I think that is us. We're the furthest away. Okay. Well, luckily this happens after. So he's suddenly in my space. It's fine. It's cool. It's fine. It's whatever. It's fine. Then the horror goes up by 1. So all that work we did goes away last turn. Glad I mean, at least it kept it from getting worse. And then we draw the next terror card. Cool. Draw the next terror card. Please don't be terribly bad. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Yeah. We got a minor dark power. Hans moves 1 additional space for each boot. So he is currently at a speed of 1. He would be at a speed of 2. This stays in play until we do 2 damage to him. So this lives up here. We have a minor dark power area. So we have to do, sorry, my little thing is in the way. Stand by. Let me. So basically he essentially has 14 health. Fine. Cool. Well, it's my turn again. Yeah, the killer is the tank. Okay. Well, I would try to attack him, but I got rid of my weak attack because I thought I would be far away from him. So let's try to walk and get into the dock. Let's just see. Okay, there we go. That's a success. Which means we're going to spin 1 time and we're going to move 1 space away from this guy into the dock. We did it. And now I'm going to search the dock because maybe I can set up the bear trap for him if this is successful. 2 dice. Yeah, Icarus is asking what was Hans's base health. His base health is 12. So he starts out pretty tough. Guys. Okay, I'm going to discard these 2 cards to convert this into a success. Wow. Which means take the top item card of your space. Now, if I had rolled 2 successes, I could have looked at the top 2 cards and then choose which one I wanted. Sorry, I'm so sniffly now. I should probably blow my nose after sneezing, but maybe we'll take a break in a minute and let me do that. That will cost me a time. And I just get the bear trap. This goes in my backpack. So we have this. This could become useful. This could become useful. I don't know that I want to do it now, though. What would be cool is maybe next turn to move to the cabins and search there and get the pepper spray if I can. But I do want to save some people because saving people is important. So it's a little tricky. This is tricky. All right. But that's my turn. That's all my cards. So we have 4 time to spend. Now we are going to get these cards for free. So we have a short rest, a weak attack, a focus, and a walk that we just get for free. Your max hand size is 10 cards. So this is 4. And I have 4 more time to spend. I think I want to spend 2 on a search. Right? Or maybe, I mean, like, should I do damage to him immediately? Should I try and get, like, I usually try and wait to start attacking, but he came so close to me just immediately. I could try, actually, I could get a distraction. You know what? I'm going to spend 3 on a distraction because that could help us get the horror level lowered. And then the last one that I have to spend, I'm going to get this other close call. That's what I'm going to do. Let's try and get this horror level down before we do a lot of other things. So that's going to be my hand for next turn. I put back these cards back where they go. And now it is the killer phase. He will target a final girl or a victim and then attack. No one's in the space with him, so that won't happen yet. And then we draw a tarot card. Hans wants me. He's always wanted me. Okay. Oh, good. Now he is. How did this happen? Target the final girl. Move twice. Now remember, he gets an additional movement because of his minor dark power. So he could reach me no matter what, and then he's going to attack me. I have no defensive card, so I can't do anything about it. Okay. So he is going to move right up to me because he can. He has a movement of 4 if he's got 2 boots. And then he attacks. And this is just a damage of 1. Oh no, he does a damage of 2. Jeez Louise, guys. This has gone horribly awry just immediately. So I take 2 damage because I didn't take any guard cards because I thought I was going to get away from him. That was silly. Great. Then it comes back to my turn, and I am going to take a quick break so that I can blow my nose and come back. It is punishing. Kamarama Lama says, this game always looks so punishing. It's pretty punishing. Yeah, Chronicles of Rage is saying, good thing this happened early in the game. Later on, Hans hits like a truck. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, he can get up to 5 damage in 1 hit. All right. I'm going to put up a little pause screen. I will be right back. Oh, Dallas Ray says, no way. Finally caught you live. I'm so glad you're here. You inspired me to buy this game, and now I'm obsessed and also poor. Look, it happens. It happens. Everyone take 1 minute. And I will be back, and I will no longer be sniffly. back. And I brought a tissue with me just in case. Just in case I need it again. Okay. It's my turn. Okay. I think the first thing we're going to do on my turn is play this distraction card and see if I can get the horror level lowered. So we're going to roll 2 dice and hope for the best. Okay. It's not the best, but it's not bad. One success, which means we get to lower the horror by 1, and we gain a time. Okay, pretty good. Should we weak attack him while we're here? I don't know. You know what I'd love to do, honestly, is try and go on and save this one victim. Because I could move 1, 2, save them, and heal. Or take a planning card, or gain 2 time, or move. You know what I mean? So, because if I weak attack him, I can only do 1 damage. I'm going to try and run away for now. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to play this walk card. Still rolling 2 dice. I'm going to see what I would love is to get 2 successes right now. Come on, dice. You owe me. I'm not sure they understood the assignment. I'm gonna play my close call. I know if I was using the tier dice, I would get 2 tiers out of that, but I can play after any horror roll to re-roll any 1 die or re-roll all the dice for 2 time. I'm just gonna spin the 2 time and re-roll. Come on. Please be better. Please be better. It's better. 1. It would have been nice to have 2, but it's 1. So I am going to 1 success, move up to 1 space. We are at least out of his space. We lose a time. Oh, yeah, 1 time. And that's that. I think what I'm going to do now, I'm going to hold on to these cards. And what I'm going to do now is I think I'm going to place my bear trap. Because he will come after us. I believe he will come after us. He might not. He might pop all over the map. But let's try and place down the bear trap. Let's hope he's going to come after us, because then if he enters this space where the bear trap is, he will take 2 damage and his turn will end. So, it costs 2 time to place the bear trap. 1, 2. I take the bear trap token and I'm going to put it in our space. And if he enters this space, he will take 2 damage. So fingers crossed. Now what I have left is 2 time to add to this hand of cards. Now I will get this walk and this focus. Oh, man. What should we get for 2 time? We can get a guard, a search, or a sprint. I probably should have moved away from him to the cabins because he can't follow me through these secret tunnels. But that's okay. I'm going to take the sprint because maybe I can save some people. Which would be good. Which would be good. So I'm going to spend 2 time on the sprint. Hope for the best. And hope for the best. The cards I spent this turn now go back into the tableau. And it is now the killer phase. He would target an attack, but no one's in the space with him. Come on, now I want him to run after us. Come on, terror card. Give him some movement. What's that noise? Let's go and see. If there are no victims on the board, discard and draw the next terror card. Well, there are victims on the board, so we won't do that. Otherwise, all victims move one space toward the closest enemy. No, I'm about to save this person. Okay, so these guys will come this way. Oh my gosh. This person will go into the space with the killer. These all come into my space, which is crazy. Everyone ran toward me. Now he's going to target and attack. He's in a space with a victim, so he's going to attack that victim. Victims only have 1 hit point, so this victim immediately dies, and the bloodlust goes up by 1. Okay, so he still has a movement of 1 and an attack of 2. Then he's going to target victims and move. This is good for us because that means he is going to come into the space where all these victims are. He's going to go to wherever the shortest distance is to a victim that he's targeting. If there was a tie, he would go to the space with the most. This is 1 space away. This is where he's going. So he comes into here, and then the bear trap activates. If the killer enters the space with the bear trap, discard the token and immediately end the killer phase. The killer receives 2 damage. So that means we would take our little heart tokens, 1, 2, and that takes care of his minor dark power. We can discard that because we did 2 damage. There were 2 damage slots on this card. So that's good at least. Let me set that over here. And you know what? Actually, I'm just going to put that in there. So that's something. He won't have the extra movement now. He's now just at his regular full health instead of his extra health. Yeah, how embarrassing for Hans. Everyone watches how he walks into the trap. Okay. That's that. Now, what happens is a victim died this turn, which means we now need to do the panic phase, which we have not needed to do before. All victims in the killer space will panic. That's all these. So we will roll a die for each victim, and they will run based on the number we roll. Let me move everyone, and we're just going to do them one at a time. Okay? So the way this works is you can see the numbers. We were in this space. Well, it might be hard for you to see the numbers, but if I roll a 4, that person will run this way. If I roll a 5, they'll run that way. If I roll a 1, 2, or 3, they run this way. And if I roll a 6, they run that way. So, first person, I rolled a 5, so they run up here. Next, a 3, they go to the dock. I would love anyone to go to the exit. They won't automatically leave. I have to go into the space and tell them to leave, but it would help me. A 3, okay, so far, no one wants to run for the exit. A 2, they're all going to the dock, okay. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. A 6, aha, someone's finally run to the exit like a smart person. A 5, they're the dead one. They go here, and one more. A 5. Okay. Well, you know, we're doing our best. We're doing our best. Great. That's the panic phase. Now, we're done with this item card, so I'm just going to discard it. And it's my turn again. So, here are the cards in our hand. I really want to save some people. And I also want to run the heck away. And I'd like to get something that's going to help me do more damage. So, I think the first thing to do I'm going to play my sprint, see what kind of movement I get, and make my choices based on that. So first we're going to sprint. So again, we're still rolling 2 dice. Oh, yay, okay. That's 2 successes, which means I can move up to 3 spaces. It will cost me a time. So what ooh. Okay, let me just think for a minute. Because I could do a lot of things. So when I move into a space with victims, 2 victims will follow me. So I could go 1. This person will automatically leave. And then I go 2, 3, and I would have saved 2 people. I could go 1, 2 people will begin to follow me. 2, 3 to this exit and save 2 people and be further away from Hans, though that's leaving these people sitting ducks. Or I could go 1, 2, bringing 2 people with me, and then 3, but I wouldn't be able to save anyone. What's in my hand? I don't think I have another search yet. I am going to... He's going to start killing so many people. Okay, okay, okay. Here we go. I think I'm going to go 1 up to the dock. 2 people are going to come with me. Oh, wait. 2 people are going to come with me. 1, 2 people are going to come with me. 2. Now all 3 of these people can be saved at once because they were already in the exit. This is the way to do it. So that's 2 movement and 3 people. I go, get out of here, and they will all just go. And then 3, I'm going to move back to the dock. Okay. I have saved these 3 people. Oh, hey, Geeky Chappy. That's right. Back to basics. So that means when I look at my card, I can place them on here and I'm going to get bonuses. 1 is going to be this one, which is going to let me heal 1. Now, my other options are, if I place here, I can gain 2 time. Here, I can take the planning action card. That lets me roll extra dice, potentially. Right? Wait. Yeah, that lets me roll extra dice. I will never take this card. I never take this. Or here, move 1 space. Here, move 1 space. Yeah, already I've saved more victims than normal. I'm terrible at saving victims. I think I'm going to move 1 space because now this person and I are going to use the secret tunnel into the cabins. Boop. And then I think I will. What are my other cards? I want to get a search. I'm going to actually use this to gain 2 time. So I have 7 time to work with. Okay. That's awesome. I'm only 2 away from unlocking her ultimate ability, which would be great. Now, I'm going to try to focus. Let's see if I can lower this. Focus. And then that's probably all I'm going to do this turn, but let's see what happens. Okay, 2 dice. Come on. Okay, okay. So that's 1 success. We're going to come down here. It is going to cost me a time. You know what? Let's push it. Let's push things. Let's play our other focus. Let's see if we can get this down to the 3. Let's just see. Okay, I would have to discard 2 cards to do it. Is that worth it? It's probably not. but maybe. You know what? Let's go big or go home. I'm going to discard my walk and my short rest. I'm going to save my weak attack to convert this to a success, which means we'll lower the horror by 1. If this stays the same, if this doesn't move, which if he kills someone, it will. So maybe this is silly, but I get to roll 3 dice next time, but we'll see. Could I have gone back to the exit and saved that victim? Oh, yes. Instead of running to the cabins, I absolutely could have gone back to the exit and saved that victim. Yes, that is a choice I could have done. I was thinking about getting to the cabins so that I could do some searching. So, which one is the better option? Hard to say, but probably the one Grindel's arm in chat is suggesting to me. Probably what I should have done, but I didn't. Yeah, these are the cards I used. Okay. I lowered by 1. I need to lose a time. Okay, great. So I will gain this card. I have 5 time to work with. I want to search for 2. 1, 2. And then I have 3 left. The retaliate costs 4. I can discard a card to gain an extra time. But I don't think he's going to come after me. He's going to kill. He's going to probably kill, and I'm all of that work for nothing. But I could get a sprint and a close call. Yeah, I'm going to spend my last 3 on 2 on the sprint, 1 on the close call. I can try and get this person saved, maybe. All right, that's the plan. We'll see how it goes. It might not go well, but we're gonna find out. Some Herger, yes. There should be, yes. That is the plan. Okay. Now it's the killer phase. He would target a final girl or a victim, whoever he was in the space with, and attack. If he was in the space, so if he was here, he would always prioritize the victim before the final girl, just so you know. But he's not, so that's not going to happen. But something bad might happen with the terror card. Let's find out. Oh, yes. Good Dog is pointing out in chat that I said, let's push it. That is not that's not a mechanism of the game. That's just me saying, let's take a big risk. Let's push ourselves. Let's see what we can do. But that's not in Call of Cthulhu, the TTRPG I play a lot of. If you push a roll, that's an actual mechanism. But in this game, that's just me saying, let's push ourselves. Push it real good. Pull the terror card. Okay, fire! Uh-oh. Roll a die to determine which space bursts into flames. Okay. Great. It's fine. It's fine. 3. Utility shed. Oh, thank goodness. No one's in the utility shed. All victims in that space are killed. Discard all item cards from that space. If you or an enemy are there, you each lose 1 health. So the bummer is we are losing all of these items. But luckily, no one's there. I'm glad that's where we didn't put our secret tunnel. Thank you, Danielle, for loving my weirdness. What did we lose here? What burned up? Our revolver? Trash can lid? Lucky dice! Fireworks! Well, we didn't want any of that crap anyway. We can still go to that space. It's not like ruined off the board, but there's nothing there. I'm very glad no one died, because if people had died there, the bloodlust would have gone up and that would have been bad. So that could have been significantly worse. So that's a thing. Okay, no one died this turn, so no one needs to panic. Great. It's back to me. Let's save some more people. But first, let's search this cabin. I know the fireworks. You know what? The fireworks being in the utility shed is probably what caused it to catch on fire. Or they started to catch on fire and then the fireworks went off. And it was very exciting. Let's play a search card. Guns are for cowards. Not in this game. I need them. Search. We're gonna roll 3 dice, baby. I'm so excited. 3 dice. Search. Because the pepper spray could be a good thing. And maybe there's something awesome underneath the pepper spray. Come on, 2 stars. I'm really mad, everyone. I'm really mad. I'm going to discard my close call and my walk to convert this to 1 success. Snug. I will lose a time and I will take the top item card. Man. I mean, this is cool. It takes up 1 hand. Pepper spray. Killer's in your space. You may discard this to immediately end the killer phase. Ignore the remaining movement, attacks, and any other effects. You know what? When we discarded our bear trap, here's a rules thing. Let me look at it again. Okay, small rules note. The bear trap says, when the killer enters the space with the bear trap, you discard the token and immediately end the killer phase. Drawing a terror card is part of the killer phase. So we did draw a terror card that turn. Oh no, the terror card was what caused him to move into the space. So that was okay. But if you're ending the killer phase, you don't draw the terror card if you hadn't done it yet. Okay, so I just want to point that out. But based on the order all those things happened in, he moved because of the terror card. All right, so we're okay. Cool. Well, I only have 2 cards in my hand. Should we risk it? Let's risk it. Pushing real good. I am playing my sprint card and seeing if I can roll a success. Yeah. If I can roll 1 success, I can save this victim. I'm rolling 3 dice. Surely. I'm so angry. It was on a star and 1 die hit it and it rolled. And I can't do anything about this. Because I only have 1 card in my hand. It's just a fail. When I fail, move up to 1 space, hurt yourself, lose 2 time, and end your turn. Or hurt yourself and lose 2 time. Well, it's the end of my turn anyway. So I move up to 1 space. I don't want to. I'm really upset. Moving 1 space, taking a damage, losing 2 time, and ending my turn. It's fine. I'll take my free cards. I have 3 time to spend. I think maybe... What do we have next turn? A weak attack, some focus, a walk, short rest. How the heck are we going to do enough damage to him? I'm sniffly again. Sorry, everyone. I'm gonna take a sprint and a close call for my last 3 time. Buh! Excuse me, everyone. Okay. All right. Okay. It's fine, though. Like, actually, it's fine. Killer phase. Uh, he's not in a space with anyone, so he will not attack anyone. Let's flip over the terror card. That girl, what's her name? She can help us. Oh, good. Place 2 new victims in the space where you started the game. One from the box here. Pull this one that I killed earlier. I started the game down here. Cool. The horror goes up by 1, so having 3 dice was nice while it lasted. And then we draw an event card. Stubborn kids. 1 less victim will follow you. Also, I feel like there should be 1 fewer victim, but whatever. I'm not the grammar police, and I might have that wrong. So 1 fewer victims will follow me. So only 1 person's gonna follow me now. That's okay. I only need 1 to follow me, so see if I care, game. See if I care. Who designed this one? AJ, probably. I mean, Evan. See if I care, Evan. Honestly, chat is suggesting I should try and pick up this long rest card. I almost never heal when I play this game, and I don't recommend that as a strategy. Okay. It's fine. That's fine. Honestly, I can't believe more victims haven't died yet. I feel like this is going to start to get crazy before too long, but all right. No one died that turn, so there is no panicking. It's back to me. Back to me. Let's focus and see if we can get back to having 3 dice to roll. There we go. There we go. That's a success. So it will cost us a time, but back to having 3 dice. Okay, I like it. Let's do this one. You know what? Let's swap all the dice out. Why not? Yeah, exactly. Paula standing in front of the flames of the utility shed. This is fine. This is fine. Harvey, Brothers Murph. Hans, Harvey, who can say, you know? How are you? All right. Now, I want to save this person. So I am going to... Let's sprint and see how far we can get. Okay, 1 success. That means I can move up to 2 spaces and it will cost me a time. I'm not going to convert. I'm just going to keep the 1 success. So I'm down to 4 time, but I can move up to 2 spaces. So 1 to that exit, which will save this person. I am going to put it here on the benefit that gives me move 1 space. Boop. Then I use my second movement from my sprint card to come into this little area where the people who are making out are. Okay. I am going to... What is her... Hold on. Let me double check Reiko's ultimate ability. Oh, less goes with singular nouns as opposed to fewer. Thank you, Acorn Squash. I didn't know that. Once per action phase, if an enemy is within 2 spaces, you may move to that enemy's space for free. Okay, we're not quite ready for this, so I'm not going to rush saving our last person. quite yet. So I think I'm going to play a short rest, try and heal up a little, and then call it for the turn. So let's see how this short rest goes. Oh boy. Okay, there we go. 2 successes means I heal 2 hit points. 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Okay, I can last a little longer. That's where I'm going to end my turn. I'm going to hold on to these cards so that I have more options next turn. That's okay. I'm only going to save one of them, DM Waldo, so it's all good. I have 4 time to spend. I want to be able to see if I can get some weapons. I have no idea what's in these. In these item decks. So I think I'm going to spend my 4 on a sprint and a search. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because if I can buff my attacks, then maybe we can start going after Hans. Okay. This walk will come back in my hand because it was here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. Then all the ones I played this turn will go back into the market. Okay. All right. Killer phase. No one's in his space, so he won't do any of that. We are flying through this terror deck, though. All right. Maybe things are starting to go our way. I take it all back, Evan. Draw the top card of any item deck. I'm planning to, I think, try and run back to the cabins. So let's draw the top item card from the dock and see what's there. Oh, wow. I cannot believe I just got actually a good card. Incredible. Oh, yes! Ah, this is the luckiest I've ever been in this game. An axe. Hold still for a second while I bury this in your face. Okay, 0 range, so I have to be in the space with them. It takes both my hands, so I will put my pepper spray in my backpack during upkeep, but it will do 2 damage. I can't believe it. That's so good. That's so good. Okay. That was incredible. No one died, so no one's going to panic. We got you, Hans. We're going to do this somehow. I believe in us. Upkeep phase, you can rearrange items. So I'm going to put my pepper spray in my backpack and my axe in both hands. That's why I have to put my pepper spray in my backpack. Okay. Shoot, I don't even need to run back to the cabins with that. Yeah, I want to ask you a question, Hans. Okay. Y'all, it's my turn. And we need somebody to get rescued. We need to save our last victim. So, and then we'll forget about them. Let's... Oh, guys. I have a plan. Let's see if we can make it happen. I'm going to sprint. I really want 2 successes. You can definitely rearrange during upkeep. You may be able to also rearrange when you pick up the item. Let's confirm. This does not specify. You can do it on both. I don't see where it says that specifically here, but I'm not looking super closely, so it makes sense to me that when you pick it up, you'd be able to immediately rearrange what you have. Oh, items. Here we go. Hold on. Hold on. Whenever you gain an item after a successful search, either place it into the hands or backpack slots on the right side of the player board. You can rearrange items freely whenever you gain an item. Otherwise, you may only rearrange them during the upkeep phase. Good call out, chat. Okay. Good call out. We're trying to sprint. That's what we're doing. Here we go. Okay, that's one success. Could let me move 2 spaces, but y'all, I want to move 3 spaces. So I think I'm going to convert this to a second success. I'm going to do that with a walk and a close call. Discard those 2 cards, make this a second success. I can now move up to 3 spaces. It will cost me a time. Only 1 victim is going to follow me. So the other one, sorry, y'all have to break up now. I'm going to go through the lake. We're swimming through the lake to the dock to the exit. Okay. This victim gets saved. This lets me take the planning action card. Planning. Put that in my hand. We have saved all 6 victims, which means we've unlocked my ultimate ability. Once per action phase, if an enemy is within 2 spaces, you may move to that enemy space for free. Swimming with an axe sounds tough. I strapped it to my back. You know what I mean? These were all saved. I'm just going to set them over there. So, with that in mind, should we just take a big risk? I am gonna use this ability once per action phase, move to that enemy space for free. I'm gonna do that. Then I'm going to play my weak attack with my axe. So I could possibly do 3 damage right now. So let's see what happens. Okay, 1 success would be doing 1 damage. So still 3 damage, but I would take a damage. I think I will do that because I think I'm going to try and run away. So I'm just going to let this be. I'm not going to convert. So 1 success means I take a damage, but I'm doing 1 plus the extra 2 from my axe. So 3 damage to Hans. 1, 2, 3. Mayor of Canada, yes, my next convention is Gen Con in 27 days. Yeah, KY Smartman says, I'm not leaving my boyfriend. Axe magically teleports into Reiko's hands. Okay, let's go for a swim. Now, I don't want to stay in the space with him. That feels dangerous, so I'm going to attempt to walk away. I'm just going to try to walk away now. Oh, yes, 2 successes. It will cost me a time. I'm going to move up to 2 spaces. So I'm going to go... Let's do 1 and then take this person with me 2 into there. Okay. That's what I'm doing. Now let me make sure I spent all the time I'm supposed to spend. It was 1 for the walk, none for the weak attack, 1 for the sprint. Yes, okay. That's all I'm going to do this turn, I think. Yeah. Don't really need the search card anymore, so I can spend it for things. So I have 4 time to spend. And I think it's time to pick up a Furious Strike. That's going to cost all 4 of the time that I have. Then I get this short rest and this focus back into my hand. I do get extra time if I save more victims. Hamburger and Chad is asking. For each additional victim saved, I receive 1 additional time. Then I'm going to put these cards back where they go. Okay, all right. And now it is Hans's turn. Oh man, we're actually doing okay. As rough as some of these turns in the beginning we're actually doing okay. I'm very surprised. He's killed almost no one. We've gotten, I think, pretty lucky with our terror cards. And the fact that when he came into this space, we had that bear trap. So things have gone, honestly, pretty well. We just need to survive long enough. His health compared to ours is just like, it's like 3 times our health, right? So we really need to try and not die while in the process of killing him. So, you know. Anyhow, he will not do his action because he is alone. Flip over a terror card. Uh-oh. He just keeps coming. All right. It's going to pop off now. So the horror goes up by 1. So we're down to 2 dice. He's going to target, move, and attack. Here it goes. Here it goes. It's about to escalate. So he's going to target a victim. He's going to move here because they're closest to him. He's going to move. He's going to move just right into there, and he's going to attack. He will kill this one. That means the bloodlust goes up by 1. That means the horror goes up by 1. So we're now there in our horror level. Okay. This is okay. It's okay. Now, this victim will panic. So let's see where they go. A 6. They are going to run to me. Run to me with open arms. I'll help you find a way to save your life today. Run to me. The exit's here. Okay, I'm done. Great. You have to sing to play. Yeah, you have to sing to play. That's just the rules. I don't make the rules. I just enforce them. You know what I mean? Like, I would never cheat. Great. Now we flip over a terror. No, this was our terror card. We have 2 terror cards left. If we get to the bottom of this deck and he's not dead yet, we reveal the finale and the dark power. So it does get scary. It will not stay this peaceful the whole time. Okay. Here's the thing, y'all. I don't have any movement. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to use my special ability. I mean, go big or go home, right? I'm going to use my special ability here, my ultimate, to move into the enemy space for free. The victims will not follow me into his space. They will stay where they are. So I'm going to move into his space for free. Then I'm going to play planning. If I get success, this means I can roll extra dice for my attack I'm going to do. So we're rolling 2 dice right now. If I can get 1 success, I'll add 2 dice to my horror roll. So hopefully I can get at least 1 success. Okay, 1 success. We'll add 2 dice to my horror roll. I think I'm going to leave it at that and save any cards to convert for the actual attack. So it was going to cost me 1 time, but I get to add 2 dice to my next roll. Now I am going to play Furious Strike. Now, unless I get 2 successes, my turn will end here. That's what this little symbol means. Your action phase ends. But that's okay because that's kind of all I want to do this turn. Because then I want to be able to spend time to buy a retaliate for protection when he attacks me on his turn. Because he will. So 4 dice. Possibly doing 3 to 4 damage. And in a classic Paula roll, I must convert one of these. So I'm going to play a focus and a search to convert one to one single success, which means I'll do 1, 2, 3 damage because of my axe. Not great, but not horrible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left. Sorry, I'm not even showing you what I'm doing here. And then I get to lower the horror by 1. And then my turn ends. Okay, so that's okay. I have 5 time. I'm going to spend 4 of it on a retaliate. You know what I'm going to do, actually? I'm going to discard this focus card out of my hand to gain a time. You can always discard a card to gain a time. So now I have 6 time. I'm going to spend 4 on the retaliate and 2 on a guard. Try and protect myself from dying when he attacks me. Okay, so I have a short rest, a retaliate, and a guard right now. Then my free cards, I have a walk, and a weak attack. That helps. Oh, Quirkleton, that makes me so happy. Says, hi, Paula, how's it going? I got the Final Girl starter box at UKGE, and your video and Watch It Played really helped me learn the game. So thanks. I'm so happy. Secret tunnel. We have the secret tunnel in this game. All right, I'm going to put back all of these cards. Okay. And reset my dice. And that's my turn. So it is now the killer's turn. And now he will act during the killer phase. Oops. Because he will target and attack. I am in the space with him. So he is going to target me and attack. He will do 2 damage to me. But I'm going to play retaliate. So if this is successful, I will ignore damage and deal damage back to him. The Family Adventures. I'm so glad you've caught a live stream. Welcome in. So I'm rolling 2 dice. And let's see what happens. Okay. All right. 1. Is it worth trying to get 2? I will reduce damage from the attack by 2. He's only doing 2. So no matter what, I am not going to take any damage. I'll do 3 damage right now with my axe, because that adds 2 to this 1. And if I discard 2 cards to convert that to another success, I'll do 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or I could do 3. I think I'll just do 3. I think that's okay, based on how much damage I think I can do to him next turn. Oh, DM Waldo is saying, you think the action phase immediately ending due to Furious Strike prevents trading cards for time? Ooh. Good call. I can undo that. Let's double check. That's actually because I don't do that very often. At any point before the action phase ends, you may discard as many action cards as you wish in exchange for... Very good call. Good call. So I will say I don't have this guard card. But does mean I have this focus card. And then I probably would have picked up, with 1 extra time, I would have picked up a close call. So that's what my hand would look like. Okay. So that's okay. So we don't have the guard, but that's okay. Good catch. Good catch. All right. Where are we at here? I'm doing 3 damage and not converting. That's what we're doing. So 3 damage. Thank you, Panda Angel. We're doing okay. We're doing okay here. Look, We're almost equal on health now. In fact, I have more health than him now. So Danielle says, wow, I've been playing wrong. Hey, I discover that all the time about myself. So it's a lot of things to keep up with, right? It just is. All right. So that's his attack. We need to flip over the terror card. Horrific Hammer Rush. Uh-oh. If there are no victims on the board, discard and draw the next terror card. We do have victims on the board. Otherwise, he's going to now target victims because he's mad at me. Move twice, attack twice, and for each victim killed during this attack, the horror is going to go up. So he's going to run into this space and kill both these people. So he runs into here. He only needs one movement amount to do it. And then he kills and he kills. Which means the bloodlust goes up by 1, 1. Based on that, the horror is going to go up by 1. And then because of the 2 people he killed, it goes up 2 more. So we're all of a sudden way up here with our horror track. That's not good. We need to kill him. We need to kill him this turn before we run out of terror cards and reveal his... I can't believe we've made it this far into the game. We don't have his dark power yet. We might never flip these cards over. Let's see what happens. We would do a panic phase now because victims died. But oh no, that stiletto gal is saying in her first game, she paid to buy the cards and she paid time to play the cards. You played on extra horrific hard mode. No one is in the space with the killer, so no one will actually panic. So we're going to skip the panic phase. So I think it's our turn. We need to kill him this turn. Do I have a way to kill him? What do I have in my hand? I do have a weak attack. I could do it. If I have a successful weak attack, I can kill him, assuming he doesn't have extra health. Okay. I'm going to use my ultimate ability to move into his space. As long as I'm 2 spaces away, I can move into a space for free. Well, I'm 1. Let's go. Let's finish this, everyone. Oh yeah, he's still at move 1. He may not actually be able to get to any of these other victims. We're not gonna reveal. Ooh. We really, we've gotten lucky with the victim situation here. All right. Weak attack. I'm only rolling 2 dice. But I have cards to discard to convert successes. So now that I'm saying this, I'm going to roll 1s and 2s. That was so close. I saw the 1 pop up and I was like, oh no, the other one's going to be a 2. Okay, I can convert this to a success. How about this focus and this close call? Convert discarded to convert this 4 to a success. That means for 1 success, I'm going to take a damage, but I'm dealing a damage plus the 2 from my axe. That's 3 damage. So all we need to do to see if he actually dies, because he might not. There might be health here. I'm going to flip it over in the dice tray so it's a little bit easier to see. Are we ready? No extra health. We kill him. We survive. We are the final girl. He's dead. And we save camp. Happy trails. We didn't even get through all of our tarot cards. This went much better than my games normally go, frankly, even with all those bad rolls I had. So let's see what the dark power would have been. If we had gotten 1 more victim killed, his dark power would have been revealed. And of course, it was the extra hard dark power that I left in. Blood Frenzy, epic dark power. For every victim that Hans kills, it would be an extra bloodlust. That's pretty that's gonna escalate this track so quickly, and next thing you know, he's gonna be dealing 5 damage, which we could not have survived, basically, if we had taken that damage. Then, if we had gotten to the finale, we would have flipped this over, Bloodbath. So now he would target, move twice, and attack twice. So with both of these things combined, it's very likely he'd be doing 10 damage in one turn. So we benefited greatly by the fact that our Bloodlust track stayed under control this whole game. Things we learned: getting items to help you with attacking, very important. Saving victims to unlock your ultimate ability, very important. And something we really benefited from was early in the game working down our horror track so that we were rolling more dice. DM Waldo says, I never use the epics. I'm a coward. This is literally the very first time I left an epic dark power in the deck to try. I lose this game enough. I don't need to make it even harder. Do you know what I mean? Like, you saw the dice. You saw how they treated me. Did I have extra health? I did not. So if he had killed me, I also would have been dead. There you go. That is the Happy Trails Horror. We played Reiko against Hans the Butcher here in the very base game set of rules for Final Girl. Thank you. I hope this was helpful. Thank you to our live chat for helping me point out a few little rules things and making sure that we made everything clear. Thank you, Chronicles of Rage, for those bits over on Twitch. If you were watching this live, thank you so much for joining me live. If you were not watching this live and you wish that you had been, you can find me over at twitch.tv/Paula Deming, or I stream Final Girl once, sometimes twice a month here. It is on Twitch and YouTube at the same time, so you're welcome to join for any of those. I hope we're able to catch you for some of them. Thank you so much for being here. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions about the game in the comments below. If you are on YouTube, I will try to answer them to the best of my ability. I'm not an expert, but I do play the game a lot. So I know it fairly well. All right, everyone. Depending on when you're watching this, you can find me at Gen Con. I will be doing the Crowd Control Final Girl event. It is, I think, on the Friday? Hold on, I wrote it down. Let's see, everyone. Let's see if I can get this right. Stand by. Where did I write it down? Yes, Friday, Gen Con, 9 p.m. I will be playing a game of Final Girl live in front of an audience, and that audience will be controlling what I do in the game. So if that sounds fun to you and you're going to be at Gen Con, sign up for that event. It should be listed in the events for the Gen Con page, and I hope to see you there for that. Rolo, I do sometimes mix and match. I most often play the default characters, locations, and killers that are meant to go together, but sometimes I do mix and match, which is fun. I think there's a mashup on this channel from a couple of streams ago. We mashed up Buddy from Bad Times at Buddyland with, didn't we mash him up with like maybe the like cornfield setting? I can't remember now, but we did a mashup somewhat recently. Now go listen to Open Arms. The week before Gen Con, I will be back. So that's like the 24th? July 24th, we'll have another Final Girl Friday. I don't know which scenario or which feature film we'll be playing. Hopefully one of the new ones, but I need to see what they have available, if they can send to me. So yeah, stay tuned. We'll be back then. And I'm going to say goodbye to YouTube now, and then we'll pop back over to the Twitch stream that will still be live to just wrap up a little bit and then send you guys off on a raid to another Twitch stream. So I don't know. It's not my call, Auntie, about the Gen Con game, if it will be streamed. It's being run by Van Ryder Games. So that I have no idea if it's gonna be streamed or filmed or anything. Yeah. Oh yeah, Inkinyamba is impossible, dear Waldo. All right. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate you, and we'll see you all um again soon. All right. Bye, YouTube.